Hey everybody, welcome back to this fifth installment of Summit for our Easter season. Fifth Sunday of Easter. We're drawing near a close of the Easter season, but we're not there yet. So let me ask you a question. How do you decide what to share? Whether it's on Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter or however you share, smoke signals, Facebook in case you're sharing with grandma, I don't know. How do you decide what to share? How do you decide when to share it? Do you take the perfect picture and then wait for the perfect time to post it? Do you think of something really witty, really pithy, and then you're like, oh, I gotta hold back and share that at this time? Do you just automatically, reactively just see life going on around you and just snap it, share it, go? Is there a thought process? Is it proactive? Oh, I know if I share it right here, I'm gonna get more likes, I'm gonna get more responses, get more replies. I know if I share it right here, people are gonna kind of assume that I'm feeling this or I'm feeling that. Sometimes we're strategic in what we share, right? I'm gonna share this at this time because I know so-and-so is gonna see it. And sometimes we don't even think before we post, which is really a recipe for disaster. I'm just angry and I'm gonna share, right? It's very Christian. Actually, it's really not. Neither is sarcasm, which is why I'm not a very good Christian. But I got to thinking, as I was reading through these readings this week, okay, that we like to share things, and things need to be shared, okay? In the first reading, the good news needs to be shared, okay? We can't keep the good news in, okay? So you're gonna see that they're gonna go all over the place, and all these different places and cities we can't spell and can't find on a map, and they're just gonna share the gospel, because that's what the gospel requires, right? The second reading from Revelation, again, what's Revelation? It's just St. John sharing what he experienced, this vision he had. He's sharing what God showed him, what God's revealing to him. And that's really, really important. And then Jesus, he says, look, I'm not gonna be with you very much longer. It's always hard during Easter season because we're going back to the readings right before the crucifixion. But he says with this sense of urgency, hey, I'm not gonna be here with you very much longer. There's stuff I need to tell you, so shut up and pay attention. He doesn't say shut up, I say shut up. He says, pay attention, write this down, okay? Listen to me. Love one another. Okay, I'm gonna boil this down as easily as I can, guys. I'm gonna disseminate this as easily as I can. Love one another. If you remember nothing else, I'm saying love one another. That needs to be shared. Not just the love needs to be shared, the reminder to love needs to be shared. You know, when the church prays through which readings to give us when, and when the church finds certain nuggets of wisdom, like in the first reading of the gospel, that really go together, and the second reading, like the theme that ties it all together, the church assembles these readings in these cycles that we have with a lot of attention to detail and a whole lot of wisdom, because the church is trying to remind us of certain things that we need to be reminded of. It's sad that you and I need to be reminded to love one another, but we do. So I'm gonna remind you right now, before you post, before you snap that picture, before you type out that line, love. Ask, is this me loving the other person? Is this me loving one another? Does this need to be posted? Does this need to be said? Because a lot of times, it doesn't. And even though you can go back and delete it, the damage is already done. Ask yourself before you post, am I sharing the good news like the apostles were in the first reading? Am I sharing good news? Am I just talking about this? Am I talking about that? Am I just looking for attention? Am I just looking for affirmation? Or am I really trying to share the kingdom, to share God's love, to share God's glory? Am I making it about God, or am I just making it about me? In that second reading, are you sharing the experiences that you've seen, the experiences that God's given you, experiences that he's really entrusted to you? See, because he entrusts it to you because he wants what? He wants you to share with other people for his glory, not for your own. That's what St. John understood when he gave us Revelation. You see, I'm not one of those guys that says you should never have any fun on social media. You absolutely should. It's fun. I want to be the patron saint of Twitter one day. I'm hoping for it. I'm praying for it. But at the end of the day, if you can't look back through your timeline on any platform and say to yourself, did I help or hurt the gospel today? Did I share good news or bad news today? Did I love or fail to love today? Every single day, look back through your feed, look back through your texts, all your threads, and ask yourself, it's a great examination of conscience at the end of the day. How did I do today as a Christian? Did I live as a true Christian this Easter season today? And if not, what do I have to change before tomorrow? Okay, challenge over. I hope you come back next week. See you then.